We're in Rossville, Georgia. Rossville. But my whole point is you see these railroad tracks. This building, listen, it's huge, brother. And then plus, there's railroad tracks. Hang on, I think my phone's. So, you know how many people it's ran down. And a couple years ago, they had passed some budget thing to where they're going to use $500 million of tax dollars, $500 million to clean all that shit up. And then in Chickamauga, Georgia, there's a bunch of shit, and they're going to use that money to clean it up too. Now, not them who built it and made all their money, which is the brands, which is, we know, these damn demons. So you starting to get it. They just set up shop. These houses around here are crumbling because it was all temporary. Because you got to think about it. At one point in time, there's more shit. There's a ton like this around here. And that's all it was just plants. Plantations, nations, plants, plantations. And there was bars and all kinds of shit. Keep them distracted at night. But these generations that worked here, they should have grown into so much success. And then they packed up shop, left, and opened up liquor stores, and now this has always been known as the shit part of town now. And you've got your shit part of town that was once nice, and then they turn it into decay. They use the resources of Earth, pimp out humans, and then just fucking cut it off and say, well, we got bought out, we're moving. And then the dumbasses have to pay with their own money to fucking clean. Is it not ingenious how they fucking do it? You know what I mean? And then there's railroad tracks right here. Well, of course, it's coming from Chattanooga. And then those railroad tracks extend all the way out to Lafayette and to other places. Because they're dropping product off. That's not even an out. They're dropping product off. Well, not product. They're dropping the only thing off that this section's going to get. But I mean, it's just, and all this is melted. Every bit of it. What that shit's on top of is melted. Right over there, that fake mountain, that's all structure. But I mean, you got to think about it. All these people here in these buildings, at one point in time. And they say this used to be, and there's all the ones back through there. You need to think about when all this was thrown up at once, just like the Amazon plants and shit. Every bit of it. I mean, you're talking thousands of workers. Where the fuck they go? You know what I mean? And all this shit's just, and they taxpayers got to clean it up. See, look, it's nonsense. But I mean, there's the gym and all this shit. And here's neighborhoods. That's what I'm saying. When all these houses out through here were brand new, all this shit out through here was hopping. But like this over here was not here. You can tell which houses were here. It's not hard to tell the history and how long buildings have been out here. Some of them have been out here a long time, and they're still going, but with something different. But it's just fucking, it's just full-blown slavery, man. You don't understand how deep that it really is. You do not understand how deep it is. You don't understand it. And I know you might say, yes, I do. And it's listen, I thought I did too. But as wake, as unlocked as I am, didn't really hit me until the other day. I'm talking about, it is fucking deep. I think that is a turkey running. No. Yeah, it was. No, it wasn't. It was a vulture. Hell yeah. And then, of course, you've got what around here? You've got churches. Go work. Come to church. Get drunk. Go work. These people can't understand that shit. And then this is towards Tennessee this way. Chattanooga. And we'll pass. But see, my whole point is you've got these houses everywhere. They're run down on purpose. They don't want this to flourish at all. You know, you've got, hell, there's so many junkyards around here. That's what I'm saying. You just turn it into, wherever there's a liquor store that just came in, to give it a couple decades, or, you know, hell, even shorter. Just like the sugars and all that, it just destroys the community, and it creates diseases like it does, and it creates this being that's never had anything natural whatsoever. And then you've got these huge corporations, these huge Jesuit fucking corporations, controlled by Jesuits. It doesn't matter what anybody says. They can say, oh no, I own my business, and it's like, no you don't. It owns you. Well, shit the bed. There's a train up there and it's gone. And then you throw housing right next to it. Do you not see it? That country song, marching like ants or something in the dead night. I can't remember. But he's talking about ants, and that's what we're liking to. Just fucking ants. So, you know, it's like, I'm just saying, I'm showing you more railroad. And you can go towards the country a little bit more. Man, they're just, the railroad tracks are just covered up with tree limbs and shit. So that's what I'm saying. You talking about polluting the earth and them saving it? No. If we as human beings pressed them and said, you're going to clean this shit up, they would at least act like they're doing it, but nobody fucking cares. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody does. This is where, like, there's a huge homeless encampment right over in here, but they tore it down. Man, these motherfuckers had cars and all kinds of shit, because we come down here and look. They had damn rooms. Fucking, they ain't homeless. They just choose to live that way. And if they're smart enough to do that kind of shit, you know, to the world's eyes, homeless. But, you know, it kind of frowns on these huge corporations down here. I'm talking about huge. You see how big all that shit is? And it's been there. Hell, it's vacant to they'll say it's industrial, and it's like, no, it ain't either. It's slavery. They just don't know it. All right, I love you.